Boys and girls, welcome to Club Evil. I'm Evil Dick.
Evil Dick! Evil.
You're a devil in disguise is what you are. You're burning me on purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
So what?
Why do they think that God gives a crap about what goes on in that house? And why do they think that he's going to part the Red Sea for them to the Promised Land? Didn't you watch last season? What they didn't show last season was me in the diary room praying to my God, Fred.
Like young, tiny, small spaces. Evil Dick. These little gooey telltale.
Are you taking the cameras off of me?
Evil Dick.
And I'm back. This week has been kind of like crazy, and this like coming week is going to be kind of crazy. The ticket nights have been kind of rough, getting a hold of people, so on and so forth. Just because I've been like really involved with all this charity event with the Give Kids the World, which is a great charity, by the way. They set up these kids and their families with places to stay while they're doing the Make-A-Wish for the Disney or whatever theme parks the family's going to. But it's like the whole place itself is like a theme park. It's really cool, and it's a really great thing for these kids. So I'm really glad I could be a part of it, and I got to meet a lot of very cool people and a lot of very annoying people. I reconnected with Eric from Big Brother 8. We had a really good time, hung out for quite a bit, and I'm sure that he'll be doing some of these recaps with me very soon. So in the meantime, it's been, like I said, kind of rough. So I'm doing this one solo, and there's a couple reasons for that. The first thing is I'm going to go on quite a rant with the coaches coming into the game, and I know a lot of people are very afraid to talk shit about what the show and things like that, because they're so afraid of not being able to ever go back on the show if they talk shit about what's going on the show. So this way it'll keep everybody kind of clear from that. My opinions are my opinions and my opinions only, not the view of CBS or anybody else. So it is what it is. This will be short and sweet and to the point for ticket night, and then we will start getting back on track starting next week. I'm sure that Wednesday and Thursday this week are going to be a little rough as well. I'll have June and James Ryan on Thursday, and along with I think Sam Simon, one of the creators from The Simpsons, is going to be joining us. I'll work on Wednesday, cast a panel for Wednesday. But this episode wasn't like that thrilling. It was, if you're watching the feeds, everything's been up on the feeds for a while. With, Joe going up on the block, Ashley going up on the block. I guess Ashley thought that she was just going to have to jack a couple guys off, and she would never have to go on the block with her crying bullshit with these people. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And one thing that kind of surprised me is Danielle's fear of lesbians, fear of pussy, fear of lesbians turning her into a lesbian. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but they really tried to make it come out on a positive spin on I really have a different outlook on the gay community now. But I don't know what this big fear of hers was, to be honest with you, from the start. Danielle's really kind of an odd one. Hold on. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm actually recording right now, but I had to let that one. It's just a little one. I had to let it loose. And I did go to Universal today, and was with my friend, his wife, and their kid Ryan, who's like 11 years old, and I wiped the biggest booger right in the middle of his back of his shirt. And one of the guys at the counter was laughing so hard I thought he'd piss himself. But yeah, next time I'll take video of that. He couldn't believe I wiped a booger on him. And that was actually the second booger I've wiped on that kid on this trip. So, and they were both really big, nasty boogers, like right in the middle of the back of his shirt. It was really, really funny. But Boogie, what the fuck is going on with Boogie, man? We've talked about this hat thing. I've talked about this hat party he's having. He's at a hat party by himself, I think. Is it just that he's like going bald and he's trying to cover up this fact by bringing in like literally like 542 hats, 269 headbands, 142 bandanas, and assorted hair accessories that Will could borrow from? I don't know what the hell is going on. But man, dude, it's just not working. Yeah, I don't know. And we got Brittany with HOH-itis this week. We had Willie with HOH-itis. You think that she would have learned from him, but no, Brittany's got HOH-itis because Shane's the HOH. This season is just kind of sucking a dick. You know, it's just, it is just sucking a dick. It's just not that good. I was excited for it with the coaches and this and that, but, you know, all of that is like really turned sour very, 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 very quickly for me. Anyhow, what else am I ranting about here? Joe screaming. Can anybody take it anymore? Do we all hope that he goes home? I do. I can't take this motherfucker anymore. Joe, his screaming, his breakfast cooking, ass kissing, and his all-around, general all-around douchebaggery just really, really annoys the shit out of me. So I'm really hoping that he's gone. And let's not even talk about this little fucking drip of cum down his lips or whatever the hell that is. It's supposed to be a beard on his face. So, I don't know. The scene of the who wants to see my HOH room? Okay, it's really awkward because nobody would leave. There has to be other people in the past that have not done that besides me, and I was usually the first one out of those rooms because it's just horrible. But I don't know. This season's just really weird. And what is up with these people making alliances with the HOH? It happened like with Willie, now it's happening with Shane, it happened with Frank. After they put him on the block, they put their ass on the block, and then they're like, well, I know I put you on the block this week, but if you win HOH next week, you promise not to put me on the block? Okay, I promise not to put you on the block, even though you put me on the block this week. Are you fucking kidding? You put me on the block, motherfucker. Of course your ass is going up on the block. Fuck you, suck a dick, and, you know, I hope you drown. Yeah, it's just not that good. My notes are falling quicker than Ashley's pants in an HOH competition. Oh, we already talked about the Ashley S&M $800,000 lawsuit. Coach's comp. Do I even need to say one word? About this coach's comp? Really? I mean, I'm dead. This is a very honest question. The last thing that I really wanted to see, no, I don't even need headphones. Let me get rid of it. The last thing I really wanted to see was Boogie, Dan, Janelle, and Brittany in a competition that makes them look like they're bouncing up and down on a butt plug or a dildo or something. And don't act like you didn't think it, because you fucking thought it too. That's exactly what it looked like. It was, who approved this? Who thought of it? You know, really, it was terrible. It was really, really terrible. Hold on. Are we ready? fucking stupidest thing ever. And I don't want to sound homophobic, but I did see Will standing at the side saying, "I want to play." Didn't you? It was horrible. Ian volunteering to go on slop again. It's 3 weeks in a row. That's rough. It's a dumbass. Everybody's just taking advantage of him. Mine says, "Who made up these competitions? It's absolutely horrible. This has to be the stupidest competitions like ever done. Like I'm like beside myself. You have the bouncing up on the dildo. You have the bouncing hip to hip, retarded, and then the topper." This is like the most ridiculous thing I ever fucking saw in my life, and just becoming very disenchanted with Big Brother. And it's showing more and more. It's feeling it more and more. My attitude's getting worse and worse and worse. Brittany has to be one of the worst coaches like ever. And I have a feeling she's losing a lot of fans that she even had in season 12. She's just horrible. She's just horrible. I'm sorry, horrible. I'm going to make this really short and sweet. Going into the coaches, coming into the game, this is the most unfair thing that's like ever happened in Big Brother. And I have these clowns on Twitter. Yes, if you're saying, how's it different than the Golden Key? It looks about the same to me. It just is fair. Not really. Because the new people could have put and gotten rid of any one of the vet teams. One of the vet people, given the other one the Golden Key, but one would be going home. These motherfuckers, they gave him, how many evictions have there been? Willie's gone, Jody's gone, JoJo's gone. I'm missing somebody else. There's 4, and somebody's going home this week. 5 evictions. 5. The season's only 10 weeks. 5 evictions. It's half the fucking season. You listening to me? Half the motherfucking season. Okay? There's 4 coaches. So, unless these morons get their shit together and vote coach after coach after coach after coach after coach out in 4 consecutive weeks, it's just not going to happen. You know it, I know it. And there's another thing that you know and I know. This vote is bullshit. Do you really think CBS, the producers, everybody's going to leave it up to you, America? Sorry, I'm trying to get my finger centered. You, America, can make the difference. Vote now to either bring the coaches in or to keep them out of the game. That's 4 more people, 4 more evictions. You think that this hasn't been thought out and planned out and is already said, and you or 99 cents per text message doesn't mean a motherfucking thing? Doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. It's ridiculous. So you got 3 of what could be considered the 3 of the game's greatest players. And Brittany. I'm sorry, over here. And Brittany. Down Okay? Boogie won All-Stars. Dan cleaned the clocks of everybody in his fucking season. Janelle, third in All-Stars. Could have very easily won All-Stars. Third in her season. Everybody wishes that she won season 6. Great player, great competitor. And you have Brittany, who got played harder than anybody and has no business being in there, but she's there anyway. And they all get a 5 eviction pass. That's fair. I heard the NFL is now going to start the Giants, 49ers, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Green Bay Packers up with a 5-0 record. They don't even have to play a game until week 6. That's fair. It's ridiculous. It's just becoming very disenchanted with it. Really, I am. The players, the new players. Let me explain it to some of you idiots this way, because there is a lot of you that are idiots. Just being very honest and direct. That a lot of you are idiots, and they're like, but I want the drama. How is it any different than last year? I believe that the producers would never do that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you're one of these new people coming in, whether you be Jody, who didn't even get into the house before she was out of the house, or Shane, or Frank, or Ian, or whoever the fuck, and you're chosen for Big Brother, and you're all excited because you truly believe that you have a shot at like 1 in 13 at $500,000, when you really don't. And the coaches come in, they don't have a shot. And people go, oh, the coaches have the biggest targets on them. What are you talking about, Dick? Well, everybody's already told them all of their plans, all of their schemes, all of their plots, all of their alliances. You're not going to have a secret brigade alliance. You're not going to have a secret season 3 Danielle Jason alliance. You're not going to have anything like that, because the coaches know everything already from every one of their fucking players. So the coaches are so this is ridiculous. The coaches are already aligned with their players, and if they're already aligned with anybody else's players, on top of the fact that they're going to be aligned together, and that's why they didn't send Dan home. This whole season has been, it's not expect the unexpected, it's expect the biggest line of bullshit, you know, from the fucking beginning. And they come in, and I'm telling you, this is my last season watching. I'll finish out this season just because I, so many people subscribe to Dick and Night, and I'll, do my best, and I'll get, we will have a bunch of, celebrities come in and house guests and, everything, and it'll be much easier once I get home and get things like more dialed in, which will be, I'll be going home on Friday, so I have 2 more episodes while I'm on the road, which makes it a little rough, but we'll get things back in line. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to like the season. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, oh, rah, 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 I love this season. This season is sucking a dick. The new people are terrible. Bringing back the coaches is an absolutely horrible idea. I just couldn't be any more unhappy about it. It couldn't be any more unfair, because they're treating like the new people like they're nothing but window dressing, and they're there, just to be cut loose. Like, does anybody believe that anyone from last season you'll ever see them again on Big Brother? The returnees, perhaps. None of the new people. Sorry to tell you guys, if you're watching this, Bacon Boy, you're not going to be back. And it's the truth. And it's sad that they don't get a shot to to win. It's not fair. It's really, really not fair, and it really bothers me. Can you tell? I can't even tell you how upset I would be if this was like on my season. And, you know, this isn't the first season of manipulating things, you know, going back to All-Stars with the buttons. My button didn't work. Well, it didn't work because Erica won HOH. But it worked now that Janelle got HOH. In my season with America's Player, they knew that my popularity rating was off of the scale. As a matter of fact, up until that point, no one had a higher percentage in the season 1 through 8, a higher percentage with so many people still in the house on the popularity scale. So they knew that whatever they did, people would be, you know, voting to help me out. So, and you're going to season 11 with Jeff, with the Cootie Jeff. Who do you want to see get the Cootie Talk? Well, Jeff was about 95% popularity, and the rest of the house split up the other 5% of popularity. So who the fuck did they think was going to get it? The diamond power of Matt? The motherfucker just walks in, and they're like, oh, here you go. We're going to just give this to you. You know, this last season when Rachel and Jordan, one of them was going to go home. You know, oh, for 1 week we're going to have duos again. You know, but this season it's just so blatant and obvious. I can still go on. Season 9. Sharon, who should have been HOH in the Final Four. The question was, is there another pre-existing relationship in the house? The answer was no. They said the answer was yes. Then they came back and said that the guinea pigs were related or had a relationship or something ridiculous that fucked Sharon out of the HOH and cost her the game because she went home that week. Season 10. Dan. Well, let's let Dan take one of the jury members to a private island on a helicopter. Winer, diner, 69er. To get her boat, right, Michelle? I don't know. Just very bad attitude about it. Am I the only one? Somebody please tell me on Twitter if you agree with me, if you think I'm full of shit, or what the fuck. Because I'm like... They didn't even try to, like... I don't know, this season they didn't even try to, like, disguise it, hide it, pretend, or anything. It's just like, okay, let's give these returning players a 5-week pass, and then we'll give them beyond unfair advantage by making sure that everybody tells them their plots, schemes, secret alliances, and who they want to blow on the weekend. And above that, I can't wait to see what Pandora's box has for Janelle. It could be another 6-week pass. Or maybe, guess what? I'm in the final 2. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I know this isn't a great ticket night, but I'm kind of annoyed. Going back to, I'm kind of wrapping this up now. Celebration, Florida. I met Sarge. If you guys watch Survivor, Sarge and Twyla. Sarge and Twyla were in the alliance. Sarge is a very big fan of Big Brother. I was very almost shocked. A really cool guy. Talked to him for quite a while. A lot of fun. Leaf. The first thing I said to Leaf. Leaf was the little person. On Survivor last season. And the first thing I told him, I never met these people before. And I'm like, dude, I couldn't have been any more disappointed. You really disappointed. I expected big things from you. And it didn't happen. He's like, dude, my edit. I'm like, shut the fuck up, your edit. But really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. Troyzan, Love Tarzan to death. What a cool motherfucker. Tarzan. The first thing I said to Tarzan, it's actually in the pool, when I saw him like laying on one of the chairs, and I'm like, so, did you ever get the underwear DNA tested to see if it was poo or if it was dirt in your underwear? And he's still swearing it was dirt in his underwear. And that's when Eric Stein chimed in, and he said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to disagree. Anyone that says right off the bat, that's not poo, it's probably poo. Had a great time with Eric. It was really good reconnecting with him. All the bachelorette people that were like sitting next to me in the autograph line, had a great time with them. I almost made Mertz cry. If you don't know who Mertz is, it's okay. Nobody else does either. Oh, zing! And that's how we like about made Mertz cry over this weekend. I like Mertz, but he's very, very too sensitive. So if you follow Mertz on Twitter or whatever, ask him what season of what the hell is the name of that show? To Catch a Predator. Ask him what season of To Catch a Predator he was on. What else? I think that's it. I just really wanted to kind of get that rant out there about the coaches, and I'm going to stop complaining about it now. But this episode was not good. The competition was terrible. And I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling it this year, this season. Is it going to get better with the coaches after swallowing this bitter ass pill? And if anybody says I'm jealous, like seriously, suck a dick. Why the fuck would I be jealous? It's nothing to do with being jealous at all. It just has to do with being just so blatantly unfair, especially to the new people. It just is so bad. It's so bad and so unfair. That's what it is. But that's the way that these shows are going. It's like the next 2 seasons of Survivor are returning players. I met Mike Skupin, who's going to be on this season. Very, very nice guy. Big fan of mine. Talked to him for quite a while. Also met Terry, the fighter pilot, who was on RS's season, the season that RS won, I guess I should say. I forget what the names of all those Survivor seasons are. But Terry's a great guy, really nice guy. And I love Bob to death, the older guy that made his own amenity island and made a bench for them to sit on and constructed a hut. Motherfucker, it's like should have been on Gilligan's Island as a professor. And the standard people that I love to death. It was great seeing Spencer, and I met Courtney. I love Courtney to death. Spencer and Todd and Sandra and all of my friends. So it was good seeing them, and seeing Colton and what the hell's her name? The Puerto Rican one with the big ass from last season, Dominican Republic or wherever she's from. Just kind of made me ill, like seeing both of them, to be honest with you. They're just as annoying in person as they were on the show. So I didn't really deal with any of them. Anyhow, I want to say thanks for watching. It's a little short of an episode, about a half an hour-ish. But it is what it is. I didn't want to get anybody involved in my rant because, like I said, most people are afraid to say anything because they're afraid they won't go back on the show. Me, I could give a shit. And I'm going to call it like I see it. And I'm calling bullshit. I mean, fuck, when I was doing house calls, CBS on season 9, that's when I wore a tank top and I wrote across the tank top, I call bullshit. And then I put an asterisk where the I was, and I kept my outer shirt buttoned up until we started rolling. It was a live show, and during the live show, I unbuttoned it and opened it up, and it said, I call bullshit. And we started talking about that question, the guinea pig question. So, it is what it is, and it's their fault. It's their fault. It's not my fault. I'm not the one pulling this kind of crap. They are. At least try to, disguise it, wrap it up, put a nice bow on it, pretend like you're not completely just giving the money to who you want to give it to. please. But it's just not happening. So anyhow, that's it. I'm wrapping it up, and I will see you on Wednesday with a new panel. I'll talk to some people and get some people dialed in, and we'll have more of a discussion. It's not going to be a rant, but I had to get this out. I had to. My head was going to explode. Thank you. Good night.